blog entry 74. And this blog entry is from still in Nanaimo. And it'll be about time to leave Nanaimo, but it's still really close. But it's about a meditation with Krishna, and I'm just going to have to read it off the blog entry because it's pretty complicated, but it's really cool. So the meditation is like a vision, so it's like the flow of life with Krishna. Here we go. In deep meditation, I saw Krishna standing in the middle of a river, not of water, but of clouds. They flowed past him endlessly like a living current. He looked at me and said, "This is your life force, your life flow." Curious, I asked, what exactly is the difference between life force and life flow? I reached out to touch the flowing clouds, wondering what would happen if I made contact. Would I fall through them or dissolve, or even if I was on a boat? Then I asked Krishna, what happens if you change the flow, if it stops or slows down or reverses? And he looked at me with a gentle smile and he asks, "Are you curious?" "Of course," I replied. So Krishna stopped the flow. Instantly, everything in me turned to stone, as if my entire being solidified into concrete. My soul evaporated into nothingness. Oddly, it wasn't frightening. It was fascinating. It was a completely different sensation, like being beyond existence. Then he started the flow again, and I returned to myself. Next, I asked what would happen if the flow were separated. In a flash, I fragmented into pieces, and my sense of self was scattered. Then I wondered, what if the flow was reversed? And as soon as he reversed it, I felt myself devolving on an energetic and soul level, unraveling from the core outward, like a thread being pulled loose until there was almost nothing left of me, the little speck of a soul, little speck of Krishna that the soul is and that we are. Finally, I asked, what happens when the flow speeds up? That's when it felt like I was evolving, ascending rapidly, like being swept into the cosmic jet stream. It reminded me of the scene on Finding Nemo when they ride the East Australian current, only far more powerful. I flew through layers of awareness and being, and with Krishna soaring ahead, guiding me higher and higher. It was a beautiful experience, thrilling, profound, and deeply transformative. Afterward, I began to feel the separation between myself and my thoughts, as though Maya, the illusion, was beginning to release its grip. I could sense the shift, the movement toward the orange path, the path of Sannyasa, renunciant. From here on, I know that the material world will feel nauseating and not as comfortable whenever I'm not supposed to be part of it. Life as it once was won't be the same, but honestly, I wasn't that attached to the begin with in that sort of way. The new path, after the adjustment, will be better because it'll be real. It'll be with Krishna, free from illusion, grounded in true understanding of existence. So what this last little paragraph is talking about is, as a person grows into the lifestyle of being more and more of a renunciate and doing more and more of what pleases Krishna, you incrementally move all of your bliss and joy and happiness to Krishna. So all of your bliss, joy, and happiness come from Krishna naturally. And there's a really natural flow and like an organic growth to it. And you start losing your taste for the material things. And it's not really a fight as much as you would think. I have to fight. At this point, when I was doing this blog entry, I had to fight myself to be able to do the things that my mind and my senses were used to having me do, to doing things that please Krishna instead. And that's actually the struggle. It wasn't really so much renunciate like most people think of it, where you take all these things out of your life and you just hold on to your practice and you hold on really tight. That is one style of doing it, but the way that I'm talking about is way more like organic. You just lose your taste for it. It was really profound and amazing. And so I was just seeing how that's going to progress, moving more and more towards the renunciate, more and more towards wearing orange and doing the sannyas lifestyle. That was what I got from this amazing meditation with Krishna this day. All right, well, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in, and and have a great rest of your day. And if you have a chance, like and subscribe to the channel. That's fantastic. Bye-bye.